Good morning! How are you today? Yeah, I'm talking to you. No, you can answer. I can hear you through the video. Oh, you're doing well. That's good. I'm doing well as well. Thanks for asking. Well, anyway, hello and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred today in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things I personally find intriguing enough for me to bring to you. The source of this information comes from a smart device application on this day. The music in the background is Home by Konac, which I found on the YouTube channel No Copyright Sounds, aka NCS. For links to the app, music, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar. Yeah, go ahead, check it. Pause the video. I'll wait. Now let's get on with the show, shall we? Today is Thursday, aka Thursday, August 11th, 2016. In 2015, for the first time in Major League Baseball history, all 15 home teams won their game. Prior to this, the record was 12, which was achieved over a century ago in 1914. In 2006, the oil tanker MT Solar 1 sunk off the coast of Guimaras and Negros Islands in the Philippines, causing the country's worst oil spill. In 2003, NATO took over command of the peacekeeping force in Afghanistan, marking its first major operation outside Europe in its 54-year history. In 1984, United States President Ronald Reagan, while preparing to make his weekly Saturday address on National Public Radio, jokingly said this:
My fellow Americans, I'm pleased to tell you today that I've signed legislation that will outlaw Russia forever. We begin bombing in 5 minutes.
Now, I remember hearing about that on some program, I believe a program about Ronald Reagan or the Cuban Missile Crisis or something about nuclear, Armageddon or something like that. But anyway, I remember hearing about that, and Russia was on their equivalent of DEFCON 1. They had everything set up, fueled up, bombs ready to go. You don't joke like that. In 1979, two Aerolov Tupolev Tu-134s collided over the Ukrainian city of Dniprodezersk. Seriously, that's how you pronounce it. This is how it's spelled. Causing the deaths of all 178 on board both airliners.
What's wrong with Lopez?
I don't care.
Hey, Lopez, you okay, man?
Ay, muchachos, necesite darle un aviso. ¿Qué? ¿Por qué estoy hablando español? Yo no puedo hablar español.
In 1975, Governor Marrero Lemos Pires of Portuguese Timor abandoned the capital, Dili, following a coup by the Timorese Democratic Union, aka UDT, and the outbreak of civil war between UDT and Fretilin. In 1972, during the Vietnam conflict, the last United States ground combat unit left South Vietnam. In 1968, the last steam-hauled train ran on British rail. In 1965, the Watts race riots began in the Watts area of Los Angeles, California. In 1962, Vostok 3 launched from the Baikonur Cosmodrome, with cosmonaut Andrei Nikolaev, who became the first human to float in microgravity. In 1961, the former Portuguese terrorists in India of Dadra and Nagar Haveli were merged to create the Union Territory Dadra and Nagar Haveli. In 1960, Chad declared independence. In 1947, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the founding father of Pakistan, gave a speech to the Constituent Assembly, the contents and meaning of which remain continuous today. In 1945, Poles in Krakow engaged in a program against Jews in the city, murdering 1 and wounding 5. In 1942, actress Hedy Lamarr and composer George Antheil received a patent for a frequency-hopping spread-spectrum communication system that later became the basis for modern technologies in wireless telephones and wireless fidelity, aka Wi-Fi. In 1934, the first civilian prisoners arrived at the federal prison on Alcatraz Island. In 1929, Babe Ruth became the first baseball player to hit 500 home runs in his career with a home run at League Park in Cleveland, Ohio. In 1920, the Latvian-Soviet peace treaty, which relinquished Russia's authority and precedent of Latvia, was signed, thus ending the Latvian War of Independence. In 1813, in Colombia, Juan del Corral declared the independence of Antioquia. And in 3114 BC, the Mesoamerican long count calendar used by several pre-Columbian Mesoamerican civilizations, notably the Mayans, began. First, Joe Rogan, 1967, Hulk Hogan, 1953, Steve the Woz Wozniak, 1950. And that concludes the show. Once again, check the underbar for any links you may be interested in. Don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, especially if you're playing Pokemon Go. You can also rate 5 thumbs and subscribe if you do so wish. For your dose of passive events daily, I am Xander, and you are you. Toodles!